Mazhar Qazi, who says Muslims and non-Muslims both agree that no change has ever occurred in the text of the Quran. The above prophecy of eternal preservation and purity of the Quran came true not only for the text of the Quran, but also for the most minute details of its punctuation marks as well. It is a miracle of the Quran that no change has occurred in a single word or a single letter of the alphabet, a single punctuation mark, or a single diacritical mark in the text of the Quran during the last 14 centuries. Now, with all due respect to my Muslim friends, what Qazi is saying here is just incorrect. It's a common kind of idea within traditional Sunni orthodoxy. But one of the reasons why it's incorrect is because we have old manuscripts of the Quran, right? So in 1972, the Sa'ana palimpsest was discovered in Sa'ana, Yemen. They were doing some updates on the mosque in Yemen there, and they kind of poked a hole in the wall, and these manuscripts fell out. And because of the investigative tools we have, we can do things like expose them to ultraviolet and radiocarbon light. And what that showed was that there was actually, this is what's referred to as a palimpsest. There was original copy of the Quran. It was washed clean, and then a different copy of the Quran was written on top. And we have a different text of the Quran underneath, which is shows variation in scribal accuracy from the copy that's written on top. And we have differences within the Quranic text from the Sa'ala palimpsest. In 2015, the Birmingham Quran was discovered, and likewise, this was showed textual variation within the manuscript tradition of the Quran. The Birmingham Quran is very important because it was a late 7th, early 8th century manuscript, which is very, very early. And it likewise showed textual variation. One of my first grad level papers was on analysis of some of the diacritical marks that differed within the Birmingham Quran. Likewise, not only that, but there are actually two different texts of the Quran floating around the world today. 97% of the Muslim world is reading a Hafs Quran, particularly a 1924 Egyptian printing of the Hafs Quran. But I have been to areas of North Africa where the Warsh Quran is being read. And the Warsh Quran, although only 3% of the world reads the Warsh Quran, it differs. It differs from the Hafs Quran. And traditionally throughout Islamic history, there have been differentiations within the copying process of both Warsh and Hafs copies. And so it's incorrect to say there's only one Quran in one sense, because historically there have been a number of iterations and readings and recitations of the Quran.